The excerpt from War's Kind by Stephen Crane. The, the main point of this poem is that maidens and mothers and lovers of soldiers should not be weeping for their loved ones. Three of the most important words that I think are in this poem are war, kind, and weep. The obvious war, its kind of overarching theme about this is that the men are going off to war, and their mothers and wives and lovers are left back at home thinking that they are going to die, which, since this was written in 1895, well, pretty sure that might happen at that point, right before World War, getting close to start of World War II. The author's Crane is trying to say that war isn't always that bad, that they should not be weeping for their loved ones, because it was their choice to go to war in the first place. It continues on about how they die in the trenches, how the men are born to fight and die, and how it is for the best that they do. But he's trying to say that it's kind war, that you shouldn't worry about them. That although they will go and their loved ones will go and die in war, it is a kind death, for that is what these men were born to do. They were meant to fight and die, and they're doing just that. They're going to do just that in the war. And one of the other important words in this is weep. In this context, it goes, do not weep. The author is trying to say that, it looks as the author is trying to say that they should not be sad that their soldiers, their loved ones, are dying in battle, because, as he continues, that war is kind, and the mothers and maidens should not be weeping for their loved ones who are going off to die in the war. Both of these pictures taken from World War I of men marching and men manning machine guns in the trenches the poem remind me of both of these. This poem was written before World War I happened, but the author Crane had an insight into what this war would look like. The men born to drill and die. The first picture, them marching along to their fate in the trenches of the battlefields of World War I, and the slaughter caused by the trench warfare that was happening at the time, by men manning machine guns, just mowing down people who went into the dead man zone. Both of these, when I read this poem, I thought about both of these scenes happening, and they fit really well with what's going on in this poem. Although the subject of this poem is pretty sad, soldiers going out to die in war, the overall tone is pretty hopeful, to have hope and to not be sad about them dying, and that it's what they're meant to do. And the poem, very interesting look at what will happen in World War I in the future, and that the women and mothers and maidens should not be sad for their sons, daughters, lovers dying, but try and keep hope that it's for the best and is what they're meant to do.